Chat, how the hell's each and every one of you doing? It is Friday evening, boys and girls. I want to welcome each and every single goddamn one of you. Holy shit. This is going to be a wild next couple of weeks. Round 13, episode 2, but the third race return. Oh my god. Chat, we racing now. How the hell is everybody doing tonight, man? I cannot thank you guys enough for coming through. We're going to have one hell of a night, boys and girls. We got a lot to talk about. The last time we were here, we had our first round back of racing that we were going to take a look at. We had not, we had not done any racing. The first episode that we returned with the RM Fantasy Supercross.
Ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar, popping my collar.
You'll mind if I drunk Dono, thoughtful face, flushed face, hot face, fire, letter B in square, creep PP, 100, cold face, 100, cold face.
Oh, what the hell was that bullshit?
Around me a familiar face.
It cut off the other two! Wow. Chat, let's see some damn hype in this motherfucker! My son Restored coming through with the $10 hauler to start the damn stream out. We haven't even begun. Chat, I want to see some goddamn hogs. I want to see some goddamn hearts. I want to see some goddamn geeks, boys and girls. Restored coming through with the damn $10 hauler. The last time we got together, we hadn't even gone racing. And now we have 2 races under our belts and another one coming this Sunday. And I hear some reports of some rain coming up this weekend, chat. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into all of that. But before we get into that, chat, please, speaking of our son, the one and only, Restored, chat, Restored came through with a brand new episode of MX History. Episode 3, Jeff Mudtruckin' Bemming, Fro Daddy himself. We're going to watch a quick clip of this phenomenal video.
Jeff Emig has crashed. Oh, that had to hurt. Ooh, that was a big crunch. He actually overjumped it, John.
Okay, go and watch the damn video. Go and watch the damn video if you haven't already done so. My God. Dude, Restored, seriously, man, you fucking killed it, dude. You killed it. Restored came through with an absolute banger of a video. Look, I'm gonna keep it 100. It's a 20-minute video, so please wait till after the stream to watch the damn video, or else you're gonna miss like a third of the damn stream. But yo, save that, like, for real. Go and like, dog, Restored, you absolutely killed it, my man. This video is phenomenal. You 100% deserve way more attention and credit than you have received on this video. I hope this video blows the hell up. I hope the right people see this video, and I hope people take the hard work and dedication that you've done to make these videos, and they put it on the biggest platform that they could possibly. This is not even a big enough platform. Please, chat, if you haven't already done so, go and subscribe to our man Restored. He's got 3 of these MX histories, and they get better and better and better with each one. And the first one is absolute goddamn fire. Chat, go and sub to the man Restored. Go and watch it, dude. Like, honestly, chat, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys right now. This is not just because I love Restored and the support that he has for my channel. This is because this content is phenomenally better than any fucking video that I have made. Chat, I love you all to death. Let's do some damn bench racing, boys and girls. How the hell are we doing tonight, chat? It is Friday. The sun has started to set in the Pacific Northwest, but you know what? It's still up. It's still daylight out. So technically it's only evening, but you know what? On the East Coast, I'm sure it's dark already. So how the hell is everybody doing tonight? This is a real and true statement, my children. Thank you so much. Each and every, seriously, I can't take you guys enough. Coming through week after week with the support on the channel. You guys are kings and queens. Thank you all so much for the constant support on the channel. How the hell is everybody doing, man? Let me see some damn yeets in this damn chat. My son Restored coming through with the damn $10 haul to start this out. Not only did he drop a damn $10 haul on us, but he dropped this phenomenal MX history video on us last night. Technically today, because it was after midnight when it came out for me. Chat, it's a phenomenal video. I cannot stress enough. Please go and watch it. Shit, if you watch it during the stream, I hope to see you afterwards. But if I don't, you know that you've been watching the other 2. Look, they're all great. Restored's content. Look, when he puts this kind of time into this shit, it's over the top. Restored, you're a goddamn king. How the hell is everybody doing tonight, man? Let me say what's up to everybody in the chat. We got some bench racing coming up. We got fantasy picks, and we have 2 Supercross races. Yes, 2 Supercross races to talk about since last goddamn week. Chat, what is going on, everyone? My man Vinny in here. We got Keith. We got Zaz, Alex. What is going on, chat? My man Ray in here. We got Kenny Smidley in here. NCK in the cut. Of course, my son Restored coming through. He dropped a $10 bomb on us to start the stream out. We got John, my man Mars Alta in here. What is going on, everybody? What is going on, man? Thank you, everyone, so much for coming through, man. We got Logic in here. My man Monty. How the hell are you guys doing, man? Javion, we got a new fan. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Friday's stream. I spammed the hell out of the link to the Restored video, so please go and check it out if you haven't already done so. Master Chief Keith, my boy, what is going on, dude? How is everybody doing this evening, man? It's evening here in the Pacific Northwest. It's nighttime in a lot of other places on the country, so we're going to try to figure out where we're going to meet in the middle somewhere. But what we are going to have to figure out, boys and girls, what we are going to have to figure out is a top 5 for our 3rd Supercross race and an 11th place wild card, chat. Welcome to Friday's Supercross Fantasy stream. Right now, we currently are all by our lonesome here on this set. We got our man Marcus in the background. He's going to be making an appearance at some point, but he's got to get some pizza in him. Look, Marcus has been having a long day, and he's been getting himself into all kinds of trouble. So Marcus, he's gonna be coming through at some point. Fingers crossed we get some pizza in him. And our man Don is at the lake this week. So if we're lucky and the cell phone signals come through with the most powerful winds that we can possibly receive, then we're gonna have Don's hot take from the lake, boys and girls. And I can definitely
Stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
Chat, look, as I said, we got a lot to talk about. And honestly, while I do miss Don and Marcus anytime they are not here, I'm going to keep it 1,000%. It does allow for me to do a little bit of rambling, boys and girls. Obviously, I like to talk. And I love having them. I love having the show with all 3 of us. But I'm not going to pretend like I'm not a little guy who doesn't enjoy talking. Mars, we're picking Supercross fantasy picks. We got a Supercross race on Sunday, and we are doing some fantasy racing and trying to pick a top 5 plus a goddamn wild card so that I could try to get into the top 3 in my own goddamn championship so I don't have to give all this goddamn money out to everybody who's winning this goddamn championship. And as we're talking about this goddamn championship, I am nowhere fucking close. I am nowhere fucking close to taking over this championship as we stand right now. Chat, I am probably still over 100th place. Let's make this long journey. 113, baby! We on the move! We are on the move! Let's go! Look, we're on the move, and that is what is important. Because I was in like 150th place round 13, baby. The goal is to be double digits by the end of this series. And look, if these riders keep doing what they've been doing over the last couple of weeks, this is not, well, I say couple of weeks because we've gone through 2 races, but in reality, it has literally been a week. Chat, it has been a week since we have been here. We were back last Friday for the first episode return of Supercross racing, and we have already done 2 goddamn races. Look, chat, these are times that the sport has never seen. Team 27, I got you, my man. This is times that the sport has never seen. Never in the history of Supercross have we run on a Wednesday night, but for the first time in the sport's history, we are all on this journey together, boys and girls. I think it's the next 3. Let's pull the calendar up real quick. Let's pull the calendar up because I was trying to do how do I go full calendar mode? Let me see. I was trying to do the math on it to try to figure out what each of the days were going to be. All right. So today is Friday the 5th. We had a race on Sunday the 31st. That was round, we're going to say 1 of 7 just to make this easier. I know it was round 12 or I don't know. That's why just to make this easier. We're going to say this was round 1 of 7. So we have round 1 of 7 here on Sunday. Round 2 of 7 here on Wednesday. Our first show was the Friday before this. So we're here on our second show with 2 races gone by. The third race is going to be on Sunday. The fourth race is going to be the Wednesday, the 10th. Our third show is going to be on the 12th. We have So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 races on Sunday the 14th. 6 races on Wednesday the 17th. This is our 4th episode of the show, and will probably be our final episode of the Supercross portion of it if we pick up the outdoors. And we have our final race of the season here on the 21st. Look. We have a lot of racing to cover over the next couple of weeks. We have 2 more episodes after this episode to try to cover all of these races. So there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of points on the line in a very short amount of time. Chat, for all of you that missed Wednesday's stream, Wednesdays are going to be the quick pick RM fantasy. I'm not going to call them RM fantasy streams because they're technically the AMA Pro Motocross DLC for MX vs. ATV. But at the end of those streams, we're going to be going and doing the quick picks for our Wednesday races because, as I've already counted off, we have 1, 2 more Wednesday races until we wrap up this Supercross Championship. Now, let's get to the point at hand, boys and girls. Race Rat, how the hell are you doing? Look, the race. So we did not talk. Well, I guess we talked a little bit about it on Wednesday, but we will have a refresher course for everybody that missed the Wednesday stream or didn't catch it or whatever the case may be if you didn't get the information already. We'll go over this in a second. All right. So as I just broke down, for anyone that is just horribly out of the loop for whatever reason, we have racing on Sundays and Wednesdays. These fantasy streams are on Fridays. So we are doing our picks the Friday evening before a Sunday night race. Well, we have to go back and pick again for Wednesdays. So we are picking our picks on Wednesday afternoon for the Wednesday races, as long as the time works out accordingly. I know the times don't seem to be consistent with all of these events, so hopefully they'll be somewhere in the ballpark of where they were before and allow me to make my picks. Long and the short of what I'm getting at is, at the end of our very first race of the season, well, of the restart of the season, a lot of us had a lot of concerns with the track. We talked about it throughout Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday streams that the track was very dried out. It did not allow for the close racing and the competitive racing that we had seen in so many rounds before, and it had a lot of us very nervous. I think myself, Marcus, and Donut all talked about how if the tracks were going to be the way that they were on the first Sunday back, that the season's pretty much over at this point. There's the way that things went, it's pretty obvious how the rundown of the season's going to be. We flash forward all the way to last Wednesday, our second race since we've returned back to Supercross, and our first ever Wednesday night Supercross race. From the beginning, from the very first bit of qualifying that I saw, the track was a completely different track than we got on Sunday. Not just in the layout of the track, but also in the preparation for the track and the water dispersal saturation of the track. The track on Sunday for the first round back had been baking in the sun, and obviously the track will continue to bake in the sun, and the track crews took note of that and made sure to have the track heavily saturated for the racing on Wednesday, which, depending on which side of the fence you're on and whether or not your guy did good during the race, the track that we got on Wednesday night's race was phenomenal. I absolutely loved the condition of the track. I absolutely loved the layout of the track. That whoop section was monstrous. The fact that it spanned an entire length of a section, it wasn't a jump in, it wasn't a triple afterwards, it was a full ass whoop section. And honestly, it was very challenging to a lot of the riders, and I think that there were some riders that we expected to do better than others, and some riders that we didn't expect to do as well as they did. It totally surprised us during that Supercross race. The track it seemed to be challenging, but also, I don't want to use the word easy, but competitive enough that it allowed the riders to push each other. They were going pretty fast. I won't say that there were some line choices, but there did seem to be a bit of the single file line choice. A lot of the riders did seem to take the same lines. The major line difference I was seeing was the rhythm section. I don't know, but it was one of the rhythm sections after the 180, and the riders were jumping up onto the tabletop or doubling it before and jumping the face of the tabletop. And it was the end of the rhythm section was a triple section. So that was really the only place I saw a very diverse amount of line selection, but the track still allowed for very competitive racing. The soil with the saturation that it had allowed riders to really push each other. You saw I don't want to use the word aggressive and give out the wrong idea that it was aggressive, but there was like good aggressive riding. I could think of one pass specifically. I think it was Shimoda, like, just made the pass, made it happen, was able to get the wheels in there and make it happen. There was another pass that I'm forgetting who the riders were, but it was the same situation where it was Eli and Zacho, if I remember. It was Eli and Zach, where Eli went in and made the pass stick. It wasn't a dirty pass. It was an aggressive, clean pass, and he was able to make it stick, and it was because the track had the traction that allowed these guys to trust that they could put the bike in there, get on slowing the bike down and cornering it without taking both the riders out or taking them, themselves and the other rider sliding out in the process, whatever the case was. The track allowed these riders to really push themselves, and we're this deep into the championship that it did just start over. We did just start the championship kind of over, but it's still technically deep in the championship. We're still technically on round 11, or 11 and 12 were the last two. 13 is this Sunday. So, this is deep. This is every point matters. Every position matters. Riders have established themselves. Points are starting to add up. Gaps are starting to get built up. So there's a lot going on at this point. The riders need to feel that comfortable on the track so that they can push their machines, so that they can push each other, so that they can race for the best possible results that they can this deep into the season. Okay, so I see some of you guys talking about in chat. Next Wednesday's race starts at 4 Pacific Standard Time.
Bruh.
Well, it looks like the quick picks are coming in on Wednesday, boys and girls. Or on Tuesday. They're coming in on Tuesday. Oh my goodness, dude. The inconsistency. I get it. Obviously all of this is so unplanned and inconsistent, but man. Oh man, Wednesday's stream the YouTube stream is gonna be rough. People are gonna be like, did you see? But why aren't you? How come you're not? You know that Supercross is... So get ready for that on the Wednesday stream if you're 2-tabbing or if you're here, and holy shit. Wednesday's Marble stream is going to be pretty chill, though. Oh, my goodness, dude. I do not look forward to that. It's like, I feel like so many people are the little brother that found out about the surprise birthday coming up, and I'm the one that's going to get the surprise. And you got to tell me. You just got to be the one that tells me. Read this about Ken? Ooh, give me one sec. Let me try to catch up just a little bit. All right. So, I have already heard about the potential reports of rain. I've heard a lot about rain for Saturday and Sunday this weekend. So, honestly... This is going to be a really tough, picking on Friday before the weather has started. Let's see if, Salt Lake City weather. It's 90 right now. Partly cloudy at 8 p.m. So let's see. Because, is the track layout out? Do we have the track layout out already? Alright, so Saturday, thunderstorms. Precipitation, 90%. Bruh, it's raining. It's about to rain. It is most definitely about to rain. 50% precipitation on Sunday. So, this is the thing. They're not building the track Sunday morning. The track is going to be built by probably today or tomorrow at the latest. So if it's starting to rain tomorrow, let's cross some fingers, cross some hogs, and cross some toes that it rains just enough on the track that they feel like they don't need to water it. If we're really lucky, guys, maybe, just maybe, we can end up in a situation where, hey, they didn't need to water it, but I am nervous. I'm big nervous. 90% precipitation. Look, we got 10%. What we're saying right now is that there's a chance. That's enough of that. All right. Rest of the track maps. Worst case, the dirt all needs to water. Yeah, no, Monty, seriously, though. That's what we can hope for. All right, let me pull this up, too. We'll take a look at the rest of the track maps first. So this is, what was this, the first round back? No, this was the last, this is what they just did. Round 12, yeah, so this is round 12. So next round 13. So next round is round 13. Very interesting layout. Very interesting layout. You guys know I hate the doubles and triples after whoop sections, but it is what it is right now. Very interesting layout. Very, very interesting. This is a tech one. And if this turns into a mud, woo! Woo! If this turns into a mud race, yikes. This is going to be rough because this is a technical track. This is a tech track. There's a lot of jumps, a lot of rhythm sections, probably multiple lines through these rhythm sections. Yeah, if it's a mudder, brother, then it's going to be one hell of a race. Take a look at round 14. Oh, the jumps over the start are interesting, man. The jumps, those are some big commits. Those are some big commits. I like them. I mean, I like them. I don't know. Are these the same tracks that they were using before and they put them in here? Or are these totally new layouts that they came up with at the 11th hour of having to put together Supercross again? Does anyone know that? I feel like they are new track layouts. In my gut, I feel like they are new layouts, but not sure. Not sure. This is a very interesting. The whole right-hand side of the track, or left, depending on where you're sitting, is just start section. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting, dude. So it's like they got to lay out these 17 tracks, and they were like, all right, we're going to these stadiums here, 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 and here, and this is how we're going to lay out all these tracks in all these stadiums. And then they were like, oh shit, we have one stadium for 7 rounds, so we got to try to design the best track designs we can for 7 rounds in one stadium. And I gotta say, I'm kind of digging some of these, Obviously, we'd like to see it in our home stadiums, in our whatever stadium the rest of the series was on. There was a race that I missed out on. I'm sure there's races that tons of you guys missed out on, But for what they have available, I'm not too upset right now. I'm kind of digging. Okay. I see how this works. All right. Yeah, I'm kind of digging this. They're just going to use the same ass start set. Boy, I see you. All right. Honestly, I'm kind of vibing. On these. I'm kind of vibing on it. Wow. That's a lot going on. All right. I'm feeling pretty good. Obviously, this is going to be the thing that we're going to have to deal with. We've got 3 more weeks of racing before we wrap this up. We've got 3 more Sundays, I think the math was on the calendar. I think we have 3 more Sundays before we are done. 1, 2, yeah, we have 3 more Sundays, including this coming Sunday, before we're done. And we've got to make it through. And this is something I talked about relatively early in the situation where I said, if we don't get good weather for 21 plus days, there's a lot of things that could go very wrong. But this is going to be probably our first look at what can happen when the weather goes sideways in a situation like this. So we're currently in a spot where we got to get 21 days of good weather so we can knock out 7 races in an open air stadium. And we got one whole week. We literally got 1 week into this, and now we're getting some adverse weather. So this is going to be another one of those things that the riders are going to have to potentially deal with and learn how to deal with in a very short amount of time. Now, actually, no, because they're probably leaning into my point based off of what you guys are saying. So I'm going to go and read this thing from K-Rock's Instagram, and then I'll get into something I wanted to talk about. But it seems like this is probably going to open up that discussion about exactly what it is I'm trying to talk about. This is directly from Ken Roczen's Instagram page, directly from him. I'm going to assume he posted it and not one of his agents or managers, unless he specifically told them what he wanted on there. I'm going to assume he's the one that is giving us this info. But Ken Roczen said on his Instagram today, earlier this morning, SLC round 2 was not a good one for me. I have been having breathing issues for a few months now. I got really sick in November, December, and that attacked my respiratory side of my body really bad. It has been going on for a long time, and I'm not able to get rid of it. I have developed a mild asthma that I was unaware of before, but I am not sure if that is the actual issue, to be honest. Having said that, there is medication for that, but it doesn't seem to change my restrictions. It is not something I talk about because when I am out racing, it doesn't matter what the issue I have, because all that matters in the end is the end result. I am always going out to do my best and push my body as hard as I can. Obviously, I had to let go just after about 8 minutes into the main, which is obviously not normal. I know that this looks bad, but unfortunately, it is what it is. And I'm not giving up. There are still 5 rounds to go, and I'm always down to try to do some magic. The last thing I want to do is let down the people that believe in me. I just thought my fans should know to go out and win. Your body has to work in top-notch form. Other than that, I have been feeling pretty good on the bike, and I'm plenty fast enough to win on to Sunday. So, Kenny, we all know. We all know. Kenny has dealt with a lot of shit for a while now. Whether it's injuries, sicknesses, whatever the case is, Kenny has dealt with a lot over his professional outdoor motocross and supercross career. Kenny has had one hell of a career so far. The man has seen some of the lowest lows this career could throw at you, and he's seen some of the highest highs that this career could throw at you. And he is one bad MF. There is no one here I don't care who you want to win the chip. I don't care what your favorite bike brand is. I don't care who your favorite rider is or who you think is this or that. This man right here, that's a bad dude right there. He has sustained some of the gnarliest injuries in the recent history of this sport and come back strong as hell to be a championship contender. Yes, Ken is the championship contender. While most people feel like this is Eli's chip, the other person is Ken. Cooper is in that conversation. But as it stands right now, it's Eli and Ken. It ain't Anderson. It ain't Cooper. It ain't Mooskin. It ain't anybody else. It's Eli and Ken. So, look, Kenny may struggle for the rest of the season. Kenny may turn it on and find something and win out the rest of the season. That's literally why we get together during these podcasts, fantasy streams, whatever the hell you want to call them. That's the reason we're here. Because We look at what's going on in this world. We take in all the information that we possibly can. And we make our assessments. And we try to guess who the hell is going to be in our top 5 in a wild card. It's just that. And that's what we love about this, is that we have all of these outstanding athletes risking themselves in, week out, now multiple times a week, for the absolute pure rush of knowing that you competitively are the best. That is what drives these guys. Everyone knows, from the tippy top factory rig down to the guys that are trying to qualify in the fast 40 of a national, they all want to win. And they all believe somewhere in there, even if it's just a little bit, they still believe, what if? What if the big dogs go down in the first corner? What if I get that great hole shot and I just let that chicken arm hang for 30 minutes? What if? That is literally what drives thousands and thousands of people to get up before the sun is even up, load their goddamn bikes into their trucks or their vans or whatever the hell it is they're doing, and drive hundreds of miles out to the middle of nowhere and throw a leg over a bike. Chat, this championship is not over. And if Wednesday showed me anything, it didn't show me that Roczen is out of this chip. It didn't show me that Cooper is going to win this championship. It didn't show me that Eli is going to win this championship. It showed me that we go racing, boys and girls. These guys, the top of this sport, are not off. This is not, they know what's going on. This isn't, they got to get back into fighting form. No. These boys are coming out swinging from the first round on a dusty-ass, slippery-ass track. And then we get to the second round, and the track is a saturated gold mine of just fluffy, sticky dirt. And these dudes are straight hanging it out. These dudes are straight hanging it out. Look, this is what we wanted. This is what we were hoping for when we found out that we were going back to racing. This is what we were hoping to see. We didn't want to see, oh, Eli walks away, or, there's no competition. No, remember when we talked about 2020? It was probably one of the best Supercross seasons that we've had in possibly 20 years. Well, it's on. Chat. It's on. It's on, chat. It's on. These boys did not forget. Nobody forgetting right now. No. This has to be official. Chat.
It's not on.
Oh, it's on.
No, it's not on.
No.
Ooh, it's on.
It's
all
on.
right.
It isn't on. Nothing's on. It's off.
It's on.
It's on. No. These are real and true statements from insanely cute little guys. Oh my God, are we going racing though? All right. So let me touch a little bit on this situation, because to go back a little bit farther, yes, we do have an insanely stellar lineup of buff, hot dudes ready to swing hog and run these last 5 more rounds to find out who's taking home that number 1 plate in a big old mother trucking championship trophy. Haskell, we'll get there. Please, we will get there. We got a lot to talk about. It's like recap of the first 2, then pushing forward. It was so much. I love it. I'm overwhelmed. And this is what I'm saying. Chat, look, I've been going this whole time. I miss Don and I miss Marcus to death. I love those 2 little guys. But look, it's crazy right now. With how much is going on, it is absolutely bonkers. So there's a lot to talk about. What I want to get into, and the thing that I said that Kenny was possibly going to have me talking about, is how much are we going to begin to see the lack of downtime affect these riders. We talked about this a little bit early, and we're 2 rounds into this, and it's like you could point the finger, and that's obviously what Kenny's getting in front of right now with this Instagram post, him laying it out on the line. And giving everyone every bit of information that he knows right now so that people don't start speculating crazy. How much is racing twice a week affecting these guys? Like, obviously, at the top of this sport, these guys are all physically conditioned and fit beyond all measures of regular little guys. All of these guys are in fantastic shape. They've all got probably great diet plans. They all have been taking care of themselves over the weeks that we were not racing. I'm not saying that, oh, some guy was sitting on the couch or something like that. What I'm saying is even with all the prep, even with all the work, even with all of the knowledge of knowing what your body takes to recover, is this enough for these guys? I'm not pointing the finger at Roczen. I'm pointing the finger at the entire sport. Who are we going to see have the issue with this lack of downtime? Because we've seen it before with races where they maybe have an injury, maybe have a fall off or a rough practice or something one week. And then, like Cooper, for instance, Cooper front flipped off of his damn motorcycle and was like, well, I'm not going to ride a whole bunch this following week, and I'm going to chill, and I'm going to let my back heal up, and I'm going to stretch, and we're going to get ready for Saturday. Well, would Cooper have been ready? See, now we're taking away a day off of the Saturday because it's not on Saturday, it's on Sunday. So before, these guys had Saturday to Saturday, 7 days, 6 days in between, full days where they're not at the other event. So day 7, you're showing up at the event. Sunday to Wednesday, you have 48 hours that you're not at the event. That's it. You get on that, and they're not, I know that they're pretty much all staying in Utah. So it's like, if you over jump a rhythm section and wrap your ankle around your foot peg like you're Jeremy McGrath, and you got to have a big ass swollen foot on Sunday night, and then Monday you're walking around with no shoe because you got a big old freaking hammer foot, and then Tuesday it finally starts to come down and swelling a little bit, but it's still like tough to put your full weight on, and then Wednesday you got to put boots on and go racing. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I can't point the finger at anyone right now, but are we going to see this insanely short turnaround time be a very visual issue with one of these riders? Monty, I think you're 100% right about that. I think AC is the perfect prime example of what most likely happened. AC has AC stuff happen to him, as he unfortunately has had a lot of that happen to him during his entire professional career. And, AC goes down in the rhythm section early in the main event. I think it was like the first lap or something like that. He goes down in the rhythm section, and I believe it was Zacho? Whoever it was. Someone got into AC while he was down, ended up running him over. It obviously wasn't like a screw you AC thing. It was this guy crashed in front of me in a race and we're all trying to go fast. So it was an unfortunate racing circumstance. AC ended up getting ran over, and have you ever had a spinning tire ever hit you, even in just like the hand? It was Cooper that hit him. Okay, my bad. It's just like, dude, the knobby's spinning, and let's be real, that shit hurted. And so AC, one of these extremely fit, top tier pros that we've been talking about, on the diet regimen, on the training regimen, in probably phenomenal shape, he needs a couple of days to recover. We get to Wednesday's race. He mentally is there to go racing. He goes out and does practice, and he realizes his back is way too tight. And I think he was saying that it was making it so he couldn't grip the bike with his knees enough, so he wasn't feeling comfortable with the bike under him. And it's like, dog, we're talking about a factory 450. I ride a YZ125, bro, and that thing gets a little wild for me under me. I could not fathom trying to keep a factory 450 between my legs on a supercross track. Now, you're going to sit here and tell me that this guy who's literally been groomed to be a professional supercross racer since he was an itty bitty little guy is telling me that he doesn't feel strong enough to do it? Bruh, I'm going to listen to him. I'm going to listen to him. Like, nah, man, if he say he can't do it, I'm going to listen, because that's, like I said earlier, none of these guys are out here for a paycheck. None. Like, there might be like 2 guys in the whole pit that have decided to race for a paycheck. They go, you know what? I've been doing this for X amount of years. I'm not going to win a championship, but I love racing. I can qualify, and I can get a ride. There's probably like 2 or 3 dudes like that in the whole goddamn pro side of the sport. Like, literally all of them want to win and believe that they can win. Like, even if it's the teeniest, tiny amount. So it's not, you could say anybody. You could say anybody is like, dog, I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to get the jock coins. Let's be real here. And the dub, as my son so eloquently put in his MX History video, I'm trying to get the jock coins. I'm trying to get that factory championship bonus, baby. Where is that at? He deadass said that too. I'm not even going to lie. Okay, there's Fatfoot McGrath. There's just so much, dude. There's so much. It's so hard to even try to keep up with Restored's video. It's so good. Oh my God, it's so good. Chad, if I haven't already said it, go over to Restored channel right now and go watch this man's freaking video. This dude's out here just crushing it. Bro, this is what I was talking about, the fat foot too. This is another reference to Restored's video, bro. I'm telling you, he's on the goop right now. Where's Fatfoot at? Oh, Fatfoot MC, bro. I'm telling you, if this happens to somebody in the sport right now, we're talking about MC. You want to who? We're talking about primetime MC too. I'm not talking about bullshit MC. We're talking about primetime MC. Look at that foot, bro. Look at that foot. You ain't riding with that joint. Like, look how sweltering. That shit be looking like a hot summer sidewalk in the middle of southern Florida, bro. What the hell? Nah. That thing swole. You ain't racing with that. And we're talking about McGrath having an issue racing with that. You think that some random... No. Please abscond with that bullshit. Oh my goodness. This man big swollen right now, dude. That's a foot right there. Imagine coming to this stream expecting to get like real analysis, and then you just see Jeremy McGrath's big ass foot. You're just like, what? How him eat apple
while doing your motos? You automatically have that championship wrapped up. That is some serious big hog energy that will not even be close to being rivaled.
How he do that though? How him do that? My son's always spitting facts. That's all I can say. Chat, go and watch MX History episode 3, please. It's a phenomenal fucking episode, and I can't stress it enough. Look. We've done a lot of back and forth. I think that a lot of us have done the math, and a lot of us have faith in the process that these guys are all working on. But at the end of the day, none of that means shit unless you can back that shit up with a fantasy Supercross top 5. Chat. We are on round 13. We are officially picking picks for round goddamn 13. We are moving at double the speed after being behind for 3 months, and this is going to end so damn fast that we're going to all be looking at this and wondering where it went. So please, let's start talking about some of these top 5 points. Let's start talking about some of these top 5s and picks. Chat, we're about to get into this. We're about to get into it hot and sweaty. I broke my big toe in the toenail. Oh my God. No, I have stubbed my toe really, really bad. So much so that it swelled up. There's a good chance I possibly fractured it, but I didn't go to the doctor because what are they going to do? Wrap your whole goddamn leg just to keep your toe from moving? Put on some weird toe splint that isn't going to work? Like, breaking toes and fingers is such...
Ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar. Popping my collar.
Oh, really?
Popping my collar.
Who's our Rhino Powder one to watch?
Oh, all right, I'll get into that. What I'm going to say is breaking toes and fingers sucks. That's what I'm getting to. Chat! Let's go! My man Samuel with the fucking $5 haul though. I better see some energy flow through this chat. I better see some energy flow through this chat, boys and girls. Man, Samuel coming through with the $5 hollow. Is this what we're talking about right now? No. It sounds like what we're going to be talking about is our Rhino Powder one to watch, boys and girls. Chat, if you got that goddamn green name, I want to see some hogs and some big red yeets flowing in this chat. If you don't got that green name, I want to see some hashtag yeets in this mother trucker. Show some damn love. Look. I'm one guy steering the boat, trying to direct us towards Pleasure Island, and all I got to say is don't drive a boat with your hog unless you are Tommy Lee. That's my Skooty science moment of the day. Alright, so the long and the short of what we're getting at here is we got to top a lot. I'm going to count because I'm always trying to see. Bruh, Chief Keef, where the fuck did you come? Hold up. Hold up. So I'm in 113th goddamn place, as we have already noticed. Dawn slipping. Oh, man. Donnie slipping. 18th for our man Big Don. We got Marcus, I think, on the move. I think Marcus was in the 50s, up to 32nd now. Jakey right behind him in 33rd. Renus right in front of him in 31st. We got people all over the place, chat. We got a massive fucking group. I'm over 100 in this. How many people do we have? 171. Hayden in last place, just parachuting in like he just won his gulag match. My God, what a bunch of kings and queens. John couldn't have it any other way, honestly. I think that by law, that's the way that we go, and that's the way that she goes. All right, we're going to go back. We're going to take a look at our top 10, which ends with Jeff Walker in that number 10 position. Look, Jaywalk doing pretty damn good, I got to say. Look, we'll talk about that, Jakey, because things are about to get wild this weekend. That's for damn sure. And Samuel, I got your answer coming up after we run this top 10 because it's going to be an easy one. All right, we got Jaywalk, the one and only, holding on to that number 10 position. He's 3,237th in the entire fucking series. So look at that. Our 10th place is in 3,000th place in the entire RM Fantasy Supercross series. We got, what is it, Brink coming through in the number 9 position, 640.
I think you the bomb in Phantom, Joe!
Hi Skooty. Summer is gonna be hot as fuck. But that ain't stopping me from doing some motos, ya heard? Illy now say it back, Skooty Puff Jr.
Let's go, chat. Let's go. My man Moto Boy with the $5 holo though. Chat, I better see some damn emotes in this chat. I better see some damn hashtag geeks in this chat. Moto Boy, my man, I love you to death. I love all of you. Seriously, thank you, as always, each and every single one of you for coming through tonight. I look forward to all of these Supercross fantasy shows that we do, whether they're the quick picks on Wednesday, the full shows on Friday, whether it's me or Marcus, and Dawn, whatever the combination is, I constantly look forward to these shows. I am so thankful that we are back racing, and I am so thankful to have this phenomenal fucking community around me. Boys and girls, can I see some hashtag yeets, please? And thank you. Motorboy, my man, thank you for the $5 holla. Samuel with the $5 holla. My son Restored, who's been cracking day beers all day, coming through, starting out with the $10 holla. Chat, we're getting into the nitty, and we're getting into the gritty. All right, where was I even at? All right. So we got Chief Keef, though, in the number 8 position, making big moves. I've not seen this man in no top 10. Look at that boy. We got Restored in the number 7 position with 653 points. Let's go. 1919 overall in the whole fucking series. We got Raz with 657 in 6th place in our series. We got Wrangler in 5th place with 665 points. Tied with Wrangler with 665 points. In 4th place in our series is Ryder. As we move up, we have the same damn finish that we have had for the last couple of weeks. We got our man Whispering Williams in that number 3 position with 697 points in our group. We have Merv in the 2 spot with 725. And West still with a dominant run in 1st place in our group with 759 points and an overall rank of 11th, boys and girls. What a fucking monster. This man is absolutely in contention to get himself a brand new motorcycle as long as he nails the next couple of picks. Boys and girls, the questions have started to be asked and the answers shall start to flow. My man Samuel has asked, who is the Rhino Powder one to watch? This is a very simple answer. Chat, if you take the square root of how many races are left in the season, you multiply it by the amount of riders on the gate in every single race throughout the year, you then divide it by the amount of millimeters that my hog is under the hairline of my pubis, you get a number that will point you headed southeast. Once you've gone 269 miles southeast, you'll find a small location on the map called Salt Lake City, boys and girls. And in that place, we are going to have a 90% chance of rain, chat. Rain. We have a 90% chance of rain on Saturday and a 50% chance of rain on Sunday. Boys and girls, the likelihood of the rain that we are going to have is absurd. The chance that we're going to have a totally blown out mud track is very, very likely. And it is with those mathematical equations that our rider to watch this weekend is fucking Justin Barsha. Let's be real. He is 100% the Rhino Powder rider to watch this weekend, chat. And that for sure is a
Stone Cold Lock of the Century. Or week.
I'm not particularly saying this is not because he is the rider to watch. This does not mean that I'm saying, oh, Justin Barsha's going to win. Justin Barsha is the guy. If it rains, it's Justin Barsha. No, what I'm saying is that he is the one to watch. I'm not saying that he's going to do good because we're watching him. I'm saying we're going to watch him because there's so much anticipation for him to do good if it rains, that if it rains, it's all eyes on Barsha because it's expected. And if it doesn't rain, it's all eyes on Barsha because we're like, dude, what are you going to do now that it's not raining? You need to get some damn points. Are you going to let Jason Anderson beat you and all these other? You're going to lose that. What place is he in now in the points? Oh, my. Let's go look at that. I bet you John sent it to me. I'm just going to go to Racer X. What place is Barsha in? 4th place. You going to let Anderson run you down? Justin Barsha is officially the Rhino Powder one to watch for our round 3 Salt Lake return, round 13 of the AMA Monster Energy Supercross series. Look, I don't know. I genuinely don't know how to set this top 5 this week. I don't know how to feel about this week's top 5. This is this one's tough because we don't have the information right now. If I was picking these after qualifying and we knew it was a mud track or we knew it wasn't a mud track, this would make picks so much easier for me. But the fact that it's Friday evening and it hasn't even started raining in SLC right now, it almost makes it impossible. I could pick 5 riders right now that if it doesn't rain, I get a perfect top 5. Right now on a dry track, I could hypothetically put in 5 riders and they could be perfect. But you add that rain element and it's all out the window. So I sit here debating with myself, what do I pick? Do I pick dry track results or do I pick wet track results? No, absolutely. Punkin, at any given weekend, 5 or 6 riders could be anywhere throughout the podium. And we've been saying this all week or all season as Don and Marcus and I have picked different picks on multiple different weeks. We don't have the same top 5. We don't have the same top 3. We don't have the same person winning. There are no wrong picks this season. Ooh, my power just flashed. Right now, the racing has been so competitive. We are easily in one of the greatest seasons that this sport has seen in decades. Easily one of the greatest seasons. The depth of the talent is enormous. The potential for riders to win is enormous. The unpredictability is enormous. Everything right now is damn near a perfect storm. And that is what hurt so much when we lost the momentum after Daytona, when the whole world shut down. We all, as fans, saw one of the greatest Supercross seasons that we've had in forever out the window, not knowing if we were going to get an opportunity to continue it. And we're back. And as I said earlier, these boys have not missed a single beat. Every single one of them knows what's on the line and how long they have to do it, and they have all been white knuckle racing. The passes that Eli and Ken were making on each other on Wednesday night were phenomenal. The attempts and stabs at Cooper that Eli was making, the defense from Cooper was, Zacho rode phenomenal. Like, there was such good riding on Wednesday's race that there is no doubt in my mind that as long as these guys can use, and we've got a longer downtime this time because Sunday to Wednesday was shorter than Wednesday to Sunday. So they've had more time to relax a little bit. As we said, maybe AC's had an opportunity to heal up 100%. Hopefully he's back on the gate and ready to race. All these riders that maybe pushed it a little bit too much on Wednesday just to try to get those extra couple of fast laps or whatever the situation may be, they've had another day or so of recoup time. And now these guys are all coming back a little fresher than they were on Wednesday for this race on Sunday. And my man Swilks is telling me to lean into wet picks, and I'm getting really nervous even considering that. Oh my goodness. Oh my, I don't even, like, that throws it out. I think, I genuinely think, oh man, if it's a mud race this Sunday, I genuinely think that we're probably going to see Eli do really good. I know. People are feverishly typing in the chat right now, and I know that we haven't seen Eli be a dominant or phenomenal mud rider, but for some reason, in my gut, I'm getting this feeling that if we're going to have a mud race on Sunday, that Eli is going to surprise the entire sport. That is just what I'm feeling in my gut. I'm not saying that I'm right, that you need to pick what I'm picking. I'm just saying I feel like this may be a mud race where Eli shows us, hi, little girl, you've been getting really brave. You used to never come around when I was streaming because I yelled and I danced too much, and you started showing up little by little by little, and I think that maybe, just maybe, you're starting to get used to me being a loud streaming guy. Because I've been doing it ever since you were a little girl. Yes, I have. Kiss your little beans. Kiss the beans. All right, you guys get along. We've been getting longs left and right, boys and girls. She's just been coming through, hooking up the whole chat. You don't want to look at it? You don't want to look at everybody now? You don't want to look at everybody? A little long? A little long, Kato? What was I even talking about? Mookie was hauling in the mud last time. Dude, mud races are harder to pick than regular races. So, honestly, Mookie in the mud is not a bad idea. Like, I think Mookie was looking phenomenal. Mookie won his first heat race this last week. Mookie's obviously on right now, and obviously the time off for Mookie was not bad. He used it to his advantage and is looking great right now. He had an unfortunate start to his main event last week, or Wednesday, I'm saying last week, but it's technically 2 days ago. And, I think things could have possibly gone better for him, obviously. But the speed is there. I don't know, man. I think I don't know what to do, dude. I don't know what to do because I almost feel like I have two different top fives for a mud race. I almost feel like I do. And it's almost not even worth looking at the previous results. It's almost not worth looking at them. Because I don't think that the previous results are going to have a factor almost at all in a mud race. Man, oh man, oh man. Chad Reed could, yeah, no, Sean, you're totally right, dude. Chad Reed could totally, if it's a mudder, Chad Reed could totally be a wild card spot. 11th place. Chad, if it's a mudder, that could totally be Chad's spot. He knows how to ride in the mud for sure. You are definitely on to something with that, Sean. I cannot argue with you on that. All right, chat. Look, I'm not going to go over both. There are going to be too many contradicting factors. I could see that too, Samuel. But if he sticks in, if he gets a good start, Reedy in 11th could be a thing. That could genuinely be a thing in the mud. Look, chat. There's going to be too many contradicting factors. There's going to be way too much information if I try to pick a top 5 for a wet and a dry race. I see you guys already leaning into a wet race. So I want to see a 1 in the chat for a mudder, 2 in the chat for a dry race. I'll repeat that. 1 in the chat for a mudder, 2 in the chat for a dry race. But I think it's going to be a mudder, and that's why I said 1 I think it's going to be a mutter. So like I said, put a 1 in the chat if you think it's going to be a mutter, and I should pick a mutter top 5 plus wild card. Put a 2 in chat if you think it's going to be dry, and we should be picking a dry top 5 plus a wild card. I genuinely feel like it's going to be a mutter, and it seems like chat's already starting to agree with that. The weather just doesn't look right, you know? With 90... Look, I'm a guy where we get a lot of rain. It's very overcast right now, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get a lot of rain. And 90% on Saturday and 50% on Sunday, there's just no way that they're not going to get rain. It's definitely going to get rained on, 100%. But is it going to be severe enough to turn it into mud? Or is it just going to be a sticky track? Or is it just going to be a nicely watered track? These are the questions we're not going to know for the next 2 days. 0%. I'm going to laugh when it's just like, this is crazy. It turned out to be sunny and 85 all weekend. And Smidley's just sitting there nodding his head like, told you, nerds. It's not going to be your typical mutter. The track will be an ice ring. Dude, I on it like, no, agreed, Nacho. If it rains on Saturday, it's not dry by Sunday for sure. But water is obviously the track's friend when it comes to supercross racing. So as long as it's not too much water, it could be beneficial. But, you can't turn off the ring. So once the track's gotten the right amount of water, you can't say, hey, clouds, could you stop it first? It don't work. We don't know the rain dances that work anymore. So we could have had some, if it's snowing in Denver right now, Denver is canceled. We're shutting anywhere that's getting snow right now in June. You're canceled. We're shutting you down. We're shutting you all the way down. That's Oh, hail to the no, no. You are not getting no goddamn snow. And no, I ain't playing that game. We ain't living that life. We ain't doing those things. They stopped using lime to soak up the... I know. See, dude, I thought about that too. Where I'm like, that they ain't using any more chemicals or products in the dirt to make them dry out because of Limegate. That ain't happening at all, bro. They are done with that. So if it rains, it's raining on that track, and it's regular ass dirt with some regular ass water, though. Yes. No. They ain't using no chemicals. No dirt being treated anymore. Not since... was it San Diego of last year? They ain't playing that shit no more. No way, no how. All right. So it seems like we're leaning into a mutter. That's what the majority of chat has put out there. So that's what we're going to be leaning into. We're going to... Yeah, Team 27. What simpler times and easier situations. All right, so I'm going to lean into it being a mutter, and that's the vibe that we're going to go with. This is going to be tough. All right. Look, I don't have any faith at all in a mutter, in my picks in a mutter. I have zero faith of what I can do as far as 6 riders that I'm going to pick for a mutter. Nacho, that's what I'm going with. But I'm going to lay him out there, and I don't want you guys to get mad at me. And if you do, make sure to comment and send me stuff on Instagram about it. Oh, man, this is going to be tough. Oh, man, this is going to be tough. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. This is going to be tough. I don't really know who to pick for 5th place. Is it Mookie? Who do you think of besides Barsha that is good in the mud? Is 5th place Mookie or Anderson? I'm not sure how to feel about that one. If it's Mookie or Anderson. It's one... I mean, it could totally be somebody completely else, but I'm picking one of those two for 5th. And Is Osborne a good mud rider? Pick a long-legged rider. How tall is Mookie? Is he considered a taller rider? I know Anderson's considered on the taller end of riders. He's not Benny Bloss, but people do talk about... AP ain't getting no top 5. Hold up. Look. Hold up. I don't think AP getting no top 5. Even in the rain, I don't think AP getting no top 5. I'm sorry, but AP in the mud is respectable. I agree 100%. I think AP, and I can see AP getting 7th. I think 7th. AP probably might be a better wild card pick, TBH. I'm not gonna, I just don't know about AP getting no top 5. I genuinely think a 7th would be a huge deal for AP, even the mud. Because AP ain't getting no top 5. I just don't think that that's happening. I could eat my words. I could totally eat my words. I could totally be wrong. But I just don't know. Now, I don't know. Is Bogle racing? I don't actually know if Bogle is racing. I'm quick to say no, but it's been a while, so I can't say for sure. Zacho has been on the shred. He's not. Yeah, I didn't think so. Zacho has been on the shred, but if we're using the same math that we've been using for someone like Mookie, look, he's a snack pack, dude. Zacho is a little guy. So can we assume that Zacho can muscle around the 450 in muddy conditions? I'm not saying he can't. I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying, can he? Is that something that we'd be willing to say? Yeah, because he has. The way Zach rode last Wednesday, I keep wanting to say last week, but just on Wednesday, he led laps. Like, huh? He's on the... Didn't he get a schmo? Didn't he end up in 3rd? Like, dude. Like, Zacho's on right now. He's definitely on. But... I just don't know. I don't know if Zacho's... Yeah, I don't know if Zacho's top 5 in the mud. I genuinely don't know. Like, if Zacho gets a great start and is pushing and is in, like, the top 5 in the mud, I'm not going to go, I can't believe it. I'm going to go, oh, damn, he is good in the mud. All right. But, I just don't know. Bro, the Husky and KTMs are lowered hella hard for Coop and Zach. I thought, how are they lowering the bikes? How are they lowering? I want to know. Like, is it through suspension? How do you lower a motorcycle? What do you do to lower? You shaving the seat down? Because you can't change the frame. You're not supposed to be changing the frame because Ricky got in trouble for that shit. Honda was doing some weird shit to give him a shorter frame on his CR250. And they were like, no, y'all can't do that shit because it's not something people can buy. And they were like, oops. With the linkage. So you just set the linkage down lower. That's what I'm asking. So they're lowering. So they're using the subframe and the linkage. And essentially what? Putting like a longer bar on the linkage that hangs below the swing arm. So it allows... I mean, in my brain, I'm seeing how that would make sense. You know, if you have a longer... Yeah, okay. Yeah. If you have longer fucking arms that are attaching to the suspension, like, if it's like this, and then you end up going... Yeah. Could have sworn some Honda team lowered the subframe. Very possible. See, this is the thing. with any sport, and I'm not throwing shade at Supercross. Obviously, NASCAR is super guilty of this, but all of these teams, all of these sports, every single one of them is pushing the rule book to its absolute limits. That's why there's subsections and further bullet points, further describing how certain rules are supposed to be. And obviously they get amended and changed as time goes on as people do these things and push these things. So I'm not saying anything that any of these teams are doing is illegal at all. I'm not saying any team is doing anything that is against the rule book. But what I am saying is that sometimes some of these teams do stuff that then does become against the rule book because the things that they were doing were not in the rule book. So I'm not going to say any of that stuff, the lowering of the bikes through that stuff. I'm not saying anything about it because I don't know the rule book through and through, so I can't make a comment about whether or not it's stretching a rule. Maybe it's well within defined rules in the AMA rulebook. That's entirely possible. But I do know, unless they have changed it, that making adjustments to the actual frame of the bike to try to lower it were not allowed. And that was a big deal when Ricky and Honda got busted on that. Yes, Ricky's bike was wild. Hold up. Ricky, that's not how you spell Ricky. Ricky Thick Michael. No, not Ricky Gervais. Get the hell out of here. CR 250. Bruh. He was a little guy, dude. He was a little guy with some extremely pushed back bars, dude. Look at them bars. Bruh, huh? He was straight vibing on this bike, dude. He was a little guy. Holy schmoly. Look how far back them bars are. Oh. Oh, Nacho. Yeah. I have watched a ton of his content about this stuff. Yeah. Damn near seat shaved all the way down. That bike be a drip factory, though. That bike, woo! That bike is a drip factory. Look at it, crazy-ass bars, bro. RC. See, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. That seat, dude. That seat is, like, non-existent. When you're, yeah, the lever's just to the moon, dude. When you're stupid fast, you get to ride whatever dumb-ass setup you want. You can have just upside-down handlebars and no brake levers. But if you're crazy fast, people will be like, bro, you know he had the best setup in all of the sport? Yeah, look at these things, dude. Look at them shits. Look at that. Bruh. This dude out here dipping the suspension down to a whole nother level. Little baby ass. Look how shaved down that seat is. Oh my. He really out here, dude. This dude. Yeah, I think you're right about that, Nacho. You're 100% right about that. My goodness, dude. Ricky's a madman, dude. Ricky's a madman. Look at that early 2000s factory suspension, dude. Woo! This bike, dude. This bike is from, what, 02 or something like this? And this bike still shits on probably all of our bikes. You go in your garage right now and look at the thousands of dollars you put into your bike, and it still doesn't hang dick to this bike, dude. Oh my, this thing was disgusting. Look at that factory exhaust, dude. The works shiny gloss on it. You got to keep that oil on there. Oh my, this bike, dude. This is a freaking wet dream bike, dude. My goodness. My goodness. And it's like, how can anyone ride it that's not him, too? You try to get on it, none of the stuff it's not set up for a guy that's above 5'4". None of the levers, anything is in the right position. You can't move any of that stuff. can't move any of that stuff. That's yeah. It looks, you know, I'm not gonna say it was before the exhaust companies became as big as they did, but I feel like during the late 90s and early 2000s, we had so much outside sponsorship that the exhaust companies almost took a back seat for a little while and didn't have to be the major powerhouses that they currently are, you know, with FMF, Pro Circuit, and Yoshimura. Not to say Pro Circuit wasn't a dominant super force at the end of the 90s, but remember, they had a major title sponsor for a while. They were peak antifreeze for a bit. Like, Pro Circuit wasn't the main focus sponsor until we got later into the 90s. And obviously, Pro Circuit was doing such phenomenal work that they wanted to be their own main title sponsor because they wanted to advertise themselves. But, yeah, I almost feel like a lot of the sponsors that have... I feel like a lot of the internal sponsors have had to step up and fill the void that the outside sponsors left. So we're seeing way more emphasis on the internal sponsors because of the void that we had. CRF 450 White Brothers pipe from 04. Oh, dude, those early the early White Brothers bikes, like, dude, those were so wild. Those were so, yeah, dude. These ones, dude. These ones. Some of the early 4-stroke exhausts were so crazy, dude. For some of y'all that weren't there, that have only been watching the sport for, 10 or less years, bruh, the early 2000s were some crazy times while these guys were trying to figure out how to get these 4-strokes to not be doo-doo butter. And let me tell you, man, we saw some interesting stuff on the tracks and some interesting different kinds of bikes. Let me see one in the chat real quick if you remember the KTM 520. Let's see, let me see a one in the chat. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. Let's see a one in the chat if you remember the KTM 520. And if you don't, you're like, what? Huh? What, they made a 5, huh? Then you didn't remember it, like. Oh my goodness, dude, bro. That. Yeah, and for whatever reason, John Dowd decided to race them, and they were just dog shit bikes, dude. I think it was Washougal where Reedy lost the header pipe on his 250 one year, dude, and oh my god,
dude.
Those
do you know about?
Were
do
so
you know?
Loud, dude.
Do you know about the Pingree Chinese bike Tornado?
Now I gotta look it up, dude.
David Pingree was a factory Tornado rider for one race, dude. Back in those times.
I looked up Tornado MX and it's just tornadoes in fucking Mexico.
I think that's what it was called.
Fuego, dude. Yo, the 250cc Tornado. The site doesn't exist anymore.
Everybody
dude, right here.
I'm fed up with this world.
I'm gonna send you this,
dude. Atlanta 04 on the Tornado, dude. Yo,
I put it in.
Where?
No, I'm not gonna take. I need to take it out of
bullshit.
bullshit.
Send it to me, dude.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna get your butthole licked, dude. You better hurry up and just send it to me.
I'm gonna send it to you, Puff.
My goodness. I'm trying to see this factory Tornado, bro. Now you got my mind racing.
I don't. Yeah, it's legit called a Tornado.
I need you all to tell everyone in chat that AP ain't getting no top 5. I'm very distressed right now.
Right there, dude. Here's another picture of it.
Oh, I don't think I can show this on stream, dude. Okay, that one we can't show them. Bro, this bike is dog shit. What? What?
Hold on. I don't know why DeCosta's on it. He's probably like, this is a good joke. Look at this thing, dude.
Bro, this bike is dog shit. Is it air cooled?
Yes.
Oh my god.
David Pingree, towards the end of his career,
Oh.
tried to race the factory tornado at Glen Helen. I think it didn't make it up the hill or something. There's a whole story. There's a whole like Racer X article. He talks about it.
Bro, the forks are skinnier than my hog. And there's the old school. Oh no, honey. What is you doing? Why would anyone throw their leg over that bike?
Right?
Oh my.
Let me see what year it was that you did this.
Why would anyone put themselves in such extreme danger? Huh? This bike is...
And not just on any track. The dude did it at Glen Helen.
Bruh. Huh? This was a 4-stroke? Oh, honey. Oh, no. Oh, my... What is he doing? Oh, my goodness, dude. What the hell is this logic? I hear with this bullshit at. That's literally what I'm looking at. Are there other pictures? Yeah, there's other pictures.
Yeah, I've got a few more in there.
Yeah, here's the whole article of him. Bro. So I'm thinking DeCosta only wrote it because it was there and he was there, is what it looks like.
He might have just sat on it. He might not even read
Yeah,
it.
he might have just been sitting on it like, hey, BitConnect. And then he's all just dead AF on the damn hill over here like,
Hold on.
Dude,
Dude,
all right, Chief. I'ma just head home.
The caption on the DeCosta photo says Ping's former team manager, Roger DeCosta, was impressed with the bike's cup holder. He's sitting on the cup or something. Like, who wrote that?
Oh, dude. Oh, my goodness, dude. This is why we can't have nice things, man. This is why we can't have nice things.
It did have Renthal bars, so it has that going for it.
Damn. Is this at Ping's house? No, this can't be at Ping's house. Silver, dude. Looking like the McGrath special over here. The silver bullet. They use just regular ass surgical tubing for the brake line on the front brakes, dude. Just vibing. How many cc's was this? 250?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, which bike is worse? The 2020 RMZ 250 or this bike? That's the question we got right now. This bike is absolutely embarrassing. This is
That's probably the worst bike ever raced. That or probably like them Husabergs from like the early 2000s.
The Husabergs that had the reverse ass pipes and stuff. Dude, how do you even spell Husaberg, bro?
I remember I saw some dude racing the Husqvarna when they were yellow and like that like blue color.
Bruh, these bikes is crazy with their reverse.
Maybe it was the Husaberg that I saw there.
Yeah, they got the pipes on the other side, bro. Like, huh? What in the f is you doing? What are you?
Husabergs, man.
Husaberg 501, brother.
I don't know what's. I mean, I think the Tornado is like sketchier than the Husaberg, but the Husaberg's pretty sketchy. Yeah, the Cannondales. I saw a guy racing the Cannondale, dude.
God, dude.
It had like the word Cannondale all the way down the frame, if I remember right. Like it was real weird looking. I saw one guy race that one time.
Bro,
I remember
look
that.
Look at the frame on the Husaberg. This thing looks like it's gonna break your leg off. Look at the just rigidity of this.
It's just straight up and down.
Just straight up and down, dude. Oh my goodness, dude. My balls hurt just thinking about getting on this bike. And look at the colors, dude. Green, blue, black, yellow. Like, bro. They are wild. Yeah, they out here. Yeah, and the Kickstarter on the left side. Huh?
Is the throttle on the left side too?
Bruh.
No, it's not. It's on the right side.
Still.
At least it has disc brakes.
Get out of here. The
Wait.
chain is on the right, too. Oh, my God. Oh,
Whoa,
my.
that hurts my brain.
Oh, my God.
Look at that. Look at that
dude.
rear shock. Why is it angled like that?
Oh, the travel on that is miserable, dude.
Is it angled forward, like real weird?
This bike, dude.
Like it's slanted.
Everything about this bike is stressing me out, dude.
Dude, go look at the Cannondales then.
Oh, man. Did you send one?
No. I'll find one.
Oh, somebody sent me one. I got one.
No.
Bruh, these look like bootleg ass CR. Oh, my. Bro. Somebody tell motocross that they're done designing new bikes. We don't need any. We're done. Tell Suzuki to shut down. And
Oh, yeah, it was the super thick frame, like the weird looking.
Look at theirs. Dude, they went the whole other direction with their suspension. They were like, look, Husaberg has their bitch straight up and down. We about to put ours damn near level, bro.
Look at the left side of that engine. Why does it look like one solid piece of metal?
Because
like
it is.
It looks like an electric bike without being electric. And you want to talk about a slanted forward rear suspension.
Oh. Wait, is the exhaust on the left side? So the
it goes right and then wraps around.
Yeah, it wraps
left.
around the suspension and cuts out on the left side of the bike.
Yeah.
Huh? There's no light in that front plate. There's no light in that front plate. Oh my God. I saw that and I was like, oh yeah, it's just a light. And I'm like, no, it's not. Oh my.
Why'd they put a light on a motorbike, dude?
They do got that 2x4 type beat of the frame though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hold on.
We could make a whole stream out of just going through failed motobikes, dude.
Look at the one that I just sent you in the.
Oh my God, dude.
That's just painful to look at.
What? And it really is. The exhaust really is on the left side. Oh, man. Somebody went to their dealership, went onto the showroom floor, got on this bike.
I went to a bike shop, probably,
Yeah.
like a bicycle shop.
Like
Let me get that Cannondale.
They were
selling
holding the
Cannondales.
handlebars. They were like, you know that thing you do when you're on a freshie in the shop? I've never bought a brand new bike, but I can only assume people with money do this. They go into the shop, they sit on that fresh, they kind of wiggle the bars back and forth, you know, grab the front brake lever, grab the front, or grab the clutch levers, and they go, you know what, Rich? Let's take this one home. Me and Linda are ready to purchase today. And he walked over and he put his credit card number in the machine because, of course, he bought this on credit because the Cannondales were like $11,000 brand new. And he said, I want a good old made in the USA. Oh, my. Somebody really bought this. Somebody really decided that this was the bike that they were about to have the best amount of time possible on. Jesus Christ. Chat, I'm running down my top 5 and we're getting the hell out of here. Who do I put in 5th place, Marcus? I'm going with a mutter.
I don't know. Is it gonna be a mutter?
Yeah, that's what we've decided. It's a mutter. We're going with mutter results. I already know who my top 3 is. Actually, I know who my top 4 is. I just need to decide on who my 5th place rider is. That's all I'm concerned with right now. I already know where we're going with all of this. But it's who.
Where are you going? Let me see.
I haven't put it in yet. We got to build up a little bit of anticipation.
I ain't picking. I don't know. I haven't thought anything about it, so I'll pick tomorrow.
Wow. I have Mookie in 5th right now, and I don't think AP getting the top 5.
Yeah, I don't either.
Chat felt very bold in that prediction, and I don't.
I don't think AP is a mud specialist that people claim him to be, man. I've said this before, like every time there's a mud race, like, oh, AP's gonna dominate, dude. AP's mud guy. AP's like, I'm gonna get 8th. It's like, like,
wait, Anderson did beat Roczen? Ooh, wow. I thought he got okay. Yeah, I need to my 5th place, and I already know where we're going.
I think Bosch is a better mud specialist than
Yeah,
AP.
I do too. I do too. Man, I think I'm gonna have some people big mad at me. I think I'm about to have some people big mad at me after this one.
Is Roczen still having the same problems that he had in outdoors last year?
No, he has asthma brought on by altitude, and I think getting back to racing again. I'm. You know what's funny is I'm literally picking the top 4 that we had last week. No, minus. Never mind. Minus snack pack. He could be a 5th place rider. Shit, I didn't think about that. He really could be a 5th place rider. I mean, I did think about it and I did talk about it.
How do you just get asthma?
It just
I thought that was something you're born with. I didn't know that was something that just pops up.
No, absolutely not. You can just develop asthma. You can 100% just develop asthma. You can get asthma from, like, if you get sick and you have, like, a heavy respiratory sickness and it damages your lungs, you'll have asthma after that. Asthma is literally just, like, it's not like a disease you get that causes you to not breathe well. It is what you call not breathing well. Like, it is like, oh, I have breathing restrictions and I have a hard time breathing. That's asthma. That's what it is. It's not like a disease per se, you know? It's just like it's a thing.
It's a condition.
Yeah, it's a condition. It's a condition that you're either born with.
But I thought it was a condition that you were always.
No, not at all. You can
asthma?
no, not at all. You can totally develop it anytime. Yeah, Sam just said his brother just randomly got it a couple months ago. Yeah, it's totally a thing that.
Did not know that.
Yeah, it's totally a thing anyone can get at any point in their life. And it's definitely not the same for everybody. Some people have really, really bad asthma. Some people have moderate asthma, you know?
Dude, is this writing on the walls for Ken Roczen, dude?
Could be.
Like, he broke off his hand.
No, I already talked about all this already. I already talked about all this.
Oh, okay.
He's a strong man, and I don't think that this is the writing on the wall. But this could potentially be a thing that
I just feel like he's had way too many hurdles to overcome. And then now you got asthma on top of it. Last year he was dealing with something for outdoors. He had that Lyme disease. He had that Lyme disease in last year's Supercross. Like, he's had something every single, like,
yeah,
almost every season since he broke his arm a few years ago.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him because all that stuff is out of his control.
Yep.
Like, everything's been a crazy dude. Everything has been a freak accident for that guy.
Yeah.
Whoa, that just hit me.
Yeah. He's really done nothing. Like, even the time where he crashed in San Diego and blew his arms out and stuff, like, I wouldn't particularly say he was riding over his head. That was a more calm Ken that we had seen during that time.
When he got that rebound, it was his suspension.
Yeah, it just
pogoed him.
What it was is he was going for a very risky jump, and his suspension, that was the risk. The risk was if his suspension
was that mixed with the face of the jump.
Yeah, it was all of the factors were he was doing a risky jump. The risks were that if the suspension could press wrong, it could possibly throw him over the bars. But him being the trained professional that he was, he felt like he had the risk versus reward under control, which is what all of these guys are doing at every moment of these races. Like I was saying in Wednesday's race, there was a section where they were jumping on. It was A2, not San Diego. I thought it was San Diego.
It was A2 where he blew out his left arm. I don't remember where the Cooper Webb thing happened.
San Diego was the one where he came up short on the triple.
I don't remember.
That was on Suzuki.
I don't remember.
Look, you have to remember I'm old and these years blend together horribly. The fact that I can even remember that it was Supercross that he crashed, we should be thankful for. But either way, nonetheless, like we're saying, that I wouldn't say majority of Roczen's issues and injuries have been from him being dumb, especially
it's not him
in the recent years.
Because the Cooper Webb thing, dude, the fact that his hand went inside the swing arm is just a freak accident.
Yeah, it was a freak accident.
Like,
because how many times have we seen riders come together like that and nothing happens?
Nothing happens.
Yeah, so that was a 100% freak accident.
Freak accident there. The Lyme disease, completely out of his control. The issues that he had in outdoors, I forget. I don't know what he had there. Completely out of his control because he was trying to figure it out. He was doing blood work, couldn't figure it out. Now this with asthma, completely out of his control. I feel bad for the dude, man.
Yeah, 100%.
That just hit me like I never really thought about it like that.
I gotta ask, man. I'm asking chat because I know you don't really have 2 cents on this, but Mookie or Zach for 5th place? Or even, do I put Barsha in there? I don't even have Barsha in my top 5.
You gotta put Barsha in there,
Yeah,
dude.
And if it's a mud race, I feel like...
Barsha's always good in mud.
All right, this is how this is going to go.
Cooper Webb's good in mud usually. Tomac's always good in mud too. People, I feel like don't think of Tomac as being a good mud rider, but I feel
No,
like
that's literally what I said. I said I feel like Tomac has not been known for being strong or fast, particularly in the mud. But I also don't believe that we've seen that he isn't good in the mud. And I think that we're still waiting to define whether or not Eli is good in the mud. And I think that this race is going to be one of those races that defines.
The mud is so hard to judge because it's every mud is different.
Yeah, it's impossible.
You know,
yeah, it's
like
impossible.
some muds are slippery, some are sticky, some are deep, some
what
are
I'm hearing,
just off the top.
What I'm hearing is the likelihood of it being slippery mud is very high. And what did we see happen in the first Supercross round back where the track was slippery?
Tomac destroyed everyone.
Yeah. So this is my official top 5, boys and girls. We can argue till the cows come home and go back out to pasture. I don't mind. I could be wrong. I can miss all 6 of these picks and score 0 points. Guess what? I'm still coming back next Friday, and we're still doing more Supercross picks. Chat, in my wild card position, it is the one and only Thunder from Down Under, Chad Reed, hopefully getting that pumpkin into the 11th place in a muddy Supercross this Sunday. I've got Ken Roczen, who
problem, hold on, before you keep going. My problem with Chad Reed is you don't know if his bike's going to make it or not, I feel like, nowadays.
Yeah.
I feel like Chad Reed, like, does he finish races often? Like, I feel like I just hear that he pulls off or something. I don't follow Chad Reed because he's in the back now.
So do I put AP in 11th then? Because AP 11th.
I think AP's better in the mud than 11th. But
Dude,
I don't
that's
think
what we're saying. That's what we're saying. Like I've been saying, I
Okay.
was like, I feel like AP could get like an 8th or a 7th in the mud.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's. But
That's
what did he finish last week
I don't know.
or on Wednesday or whatever? He got 12th. So an 11th would be an improvement.
Yeah. But also,
Yeah,
like,
no, Sam, I agree with that. Sam said, I feel like Chad's bike makes it farther than he does these days. And I agree with that 100%. I agree with that.
all right. I don't know. I don't follow Reed.
Cincerillo may be back this week. He's supposed to be. He wants to be, but he wanted to be back.
He's going to
on
be the
Wednesday
wild
this year.
card, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's going
yeah,
to
he
come
is.
out there
Yeah, he is.
and be in third.
Yeah. Oh, 100%, Sean. That's what I was saying. The fact that Roczen is our current title contender with Eli shows that the man is an absolute beast. After everything that he's been through, to be back at the highest level of the sport and battling for the championship within, they're like, well, last week hurt, or Wednesday hurt, but they were like 7 points apart or something like that. Now they're probably like 10 or something like that. But, you know, Ken's been keeping this a very, very honest race. Wait, this can't be right. Yeah, this is after fucking Daytona. This isn't right. Now I'm second guessing myself because now I can almost see AP ending up in there because we're all expecting him to do good, and I could totally see him blowing it and ending up in 11th. I don't know what to do, chat. Do we keep Chad Reed in the 11th spot, or do we move AP into that 11th spot? You know what? I'm not questioning it. I'm going in. Chad Reed 11th. Ken Roczen taking the 5th. After having a rough week this last week, this is going to be a good week for him. I know it's the same position, but it's going to rain. And Kenny holding on to the top 5 is going to be important because his championship is not over.
When you get down to your number 1 pick, if you have Tomac in front of
Christ.
Never mind, just go. I'll explain later.
Make your picks, my man.
Me?
Yes.
I don't have any picks.
Then what are you getting on about?
I don't know. I forgot.
Oh my God. Jason Anderson's going to take a 4th place. Not a notably phenomenally mud rider, but he's tall and he is very good at keeping the bike under him, even through some weird ass situations like we saw in the Atlanta race. So I'm going to have Jason Anderson come through in this 4th place. Justin Barcia, who we have known to be a good mud rider, needs a good result to stay in front of Jason Anderson in these points. So he knows he's going to be needing to take every advantage he can if it is indeed a mud race, which is why I have him standing on the podium 6 feet apart from Cooper Webb, who is in the 2nd place position. He's a little guy, and he's not great in the whoops, and we don't know how good he is in the mud, but the man wants it. I don't know who's hungrier right now than Cooper Webb, being as far back as he is still hanging it out, but unfortunately for all of the Cooper Webb and Cooper Webb and Ken Roczen stands out there, this might be Eli's year, and I think he's going to show us this Sunday what he can really do in the mud. Chat, Eli Tomac 1, Cooper Webb 2, Justin Barcia 3, Jason Anderson 4, K-Rock 5, and the Thunder from Down Under, I'm hoping to finish a race in the 11th place, is indeed my
Stone Cold Lock of the Century. All the week.
Let's fucking go, boys and girls. We have gotten way, way over budget on this show. We were supposed to be around an hour and a half. We're at 2 hours now. So, Marcus, give us your 2 cents on whatever the hell is.
Why did you say it's going to be a good night for Ken, even though it's the same position as last week?
Because as I fucking said, Ken is not a notably good mud rider. So for him to get in the top
I don't
5,
think but Tomac would win, so I feel like that's still losing a lot of points. I don't know. I'm just stupid. All right, let me see what I'm going to pick.
Smidley, every single time you ask me not to say Stan, it makes me want to say it all the much more. The fact that someone is upset or cringes over something I say and still continues to come and watch the streams only further fuels my want to make you not want to watch the streams. Marcus, I don't know what the hell that you are going to add to this, but I want to know if you even have a top 5 rundown.
I'm picking them right now.
Now. Let's hear them.
I'm still picking a couple. Right here. And then 11th. Let's see.
Look, Roczen 2nd isn't dumb. Honestly, chat, don't pick what I pick. Make your own assessments of what's going on. Look at all the information that's available. Look at anything you can possibly get your hands on and make your picks. That's what this is all for. We're all here to discuss with each other what we think is possibly going to break down. We talk about our favorite riders, where they're going to end up. My favorite rider isn't even in the discussion this week because we don't even know if he's going to show up and race.
I'm struggling with the wild card.
Yeah, the wild card's tough.
I want to go with Brayton, but at the same time, I feel like Brayton will do too good.
Yeah, I don't feel like 11th for Brayton. But once again, what do we know about Brayton in the mud? Is he a good mud rider? I don't
know.
AP 11th isn't a bad pick. I honestly think that he could end up in 11th. I think
Davalos got 11th last week, so I don't want to pick Davalos because he got 11th already. You know, I feel like that's what you don't do. You don't pick the guy that got 11th last week because chances are he's not going to repeat that same position.
And we're completely discrediting the wild card king, Vince Freezy, in 16th last week.
Okay, I have my picks.
So
it might be stupid. Actually, the wild card stuff, I was like, what about Benny Bloss? I'm like, he's got long legs. I feel like he would be good in the mud.
He's tall.
Like, when you're tall, I feel like you have that advantage. So does Dean Wilson. But Cooper Webb's pretty good in the mud, and he has short legs. And Barcia's not tall either. And
why do you think I just spent the last hour breaking all that down?
I'm going Chad Reed. That feels right. Okay. All right. Quick top 5. I just knocked these out right on the spot. No thought, just went. All right, 11th, that's Chad Reed. That one just felt right when I was scrolling through the list. I couldn't figure it out. I saw Chad Reed. I was like, Skooty Puff Nose. 5th place, Justin Barcia. 4th place, Ken Roczen. 3rd place, Eli Tomac. 2nd place, Jason Anderson. And 1st place, Cooper Webb. Why? I don't know. I kind of feel like Tomac might have, another night where he doesn't win. I feel like he might slide down to 3rd this time because he just knows that if he finishes in front of Ken Roczen and close enough to Cooper Webb, that, it's not the end of the world,
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of feel like he starts, if he gets bad start, who knows? I don't really have much logic behind this. I just feel like Cooper Webb is really hungry again. He's feeling a lot healthier for the second part of this season compared to the first. Anderson's kind of surging as well. So I kind of feel like he could be in second this week. Roczen again, poor guy, he's been having issues like crazy. So I kind of have him slid there to fourth. And if he's having breathing problems, Mud's not going to make things any easier.
No.
Yeah, that's what I went with.
And that's why I think a 5th place ride is a solid ride and will be a good ride for Ken this week. He has already come out ahead and said, hey, I am currently dealing with asthmatic problems. We're in a high altitude race, and this is our 3rd race in 7 days. So I am going to jump in front of this and let you guys know that I'm struggling right now. And that's why I think him finishing where he finished last week is an improvement. And why it doesn't on paper look like an improvement, I totally get. But when you look at all the factors involved, and if it's a mud race, a 5th place finish for Kenny is in a phenomenal finish. And anything above that, is going to be even better. And why is 5th, like, if Eli wins in 5th for Ken is good? Because it's still not an insane amount of points. If Ken gets 18th, it's going to be a whole hell of a lot worse than if he gets 5th. So that is why I feel like 5th place is going to be considered a good ride for Ken in the mud, if this is the situation. And Eli and Ken are looking at this at different ends. The whole sport's looking at this at different ends, where every spot Eli finishes off of first right now is not doing good. Where Ken, every spot in the top 5 is him chipping away because he's not in the number 1. So he needs to obviously beat Eli, but if he doesn't, he needs to try to be as close to Eli as possible. And as we said a million times, the unpredictability of the mud means that everyone who didn't have a chance has a little more of a chance than they did before. So that takes that chance away from all those guys that had more of a chance, because it's a 100% pool. And if there's a 70% chance Eli Tomac's going to win and a 30% chance Ken's going to win, but now you've gave 10% to Justin Barsha, you got to take 3% away from each one of them and 3% away from someone else. Like, everybody's losing out if Justin Barsha now has 10% more chance to win, or if Anderson have 5% more chance to win. So it's all numbers. We won't know what any of this shit is going to be until we physically get there on... Oh my God! It didn't. I hate when it doesn't do that shit. It didn't save my goddamn picks. And that that's the glory in all of this, is that we sit here debating all this information to try to figure out whether or not we're anywhere in the ballpark with this crazy ass bench racing that we've done. Picks are submitted, boys. We're in, and we are way over budget and way over time. So Marcus, I will return, but to everybody else, I ain't coming back till Monday. Chat, get the hell out of here, boys and girls. I cannot thank you guys enough for coming through. Holy shit, did we have a lot to cover on today's stream, and I'm almost positive we didn't get to all of it. So hopefully on Wednesday's stream we can pick up where we left off, get Sunday's information out there. Tuesday stream, because I got to make the picks, because we're gonna be racing before I go live on Wednesday. So man, it's gonna be a crazy next couple of days. I look forward to racing on Sunday. Even though I plan for a mud race, I'd really like to see a dry track in the most competitive racing that we can possibly get our hands on. So either way, I'm gonna be watching the races on Sunday. I'm gonna be rooting for AC to be back, and I'm going to be expecting and hoping for some of the best racing that we've continued to see this entire season. Chat, I can't thank you guys enough. Seriously, you guys come through week in, week out with information, links, all kinds of data, whatever it is. You guys keep me informed and help me make these picks as best as I can. Even if every goddamn pick I make is the wrongest pick that it could possibly be made, I still thank you all so much for helping me make these decisions. Whether you pick the same picks as it doesn't matter. I'm having a blast, and I'm thankful to have each and every single one of you here. I hope you guys have a phenomenal rest of your weekend. I'm taking Saturday off on Twitch, and I am taking Sunday off. Well, I always take Sunday off. I'll be back Monday. So everybody stay safe. You're damn right, Nacho. Everybody stay safe. Drink some water. Tell your family that you care about them, your loved ones, whatever it is. Reach out to someone and just say, hey, was thinking about you, and I hope you're doing fine. I love you all to death, chat. I want you all to have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Enjoy some racing on Sunday. I hope to see you guys on Monday, where we got ourselves a nice little treat for everybody. I'm not even going to spoil it. I'll see you guys Monday, and if I don't, I'll see you guys Tuesday, and if I don't, I'll see you guys Wednesday, and if I don't, I'll see you guys next Friday, because we still got 2 or 3 more episodes of these RM Supercross Fantasy streams before this season is done, chat, and this is the best goddamn season we've had so far on the RM Supercross Fantasy streams. Chat, and tell our paths cross again. You know the damn drill. I'm Skooty Puff Jr., a little guy on Twitch and YouTube who smells horrible. We are the Sleuth, and I am out.
Scooty Puff Jr.
You look like you've got something to say. Do you?
Yes, I certainly do.
I have to go now. My planet needs me.
Wow.
Scooty Puff
Came from another planet? I guess.
Yes, you got the gas.